follow your...
Oh, we can just
Oh, if you want to go out there.
oh, we can. Yeah, we can do that.
Car sales at the moment, new and second hand, because people can't even get new cars, so they're buying second hand and they're hurting.
It's right, it's right.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was over studying.
Test, test. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our semifinal of the 2021 season between your Port Adelaide Spartans and your University of SA Eagles. My name's Brad Cummins, and along with Phil Herndon, we're going to be hosting today, and we're very grateful that you are here for an exciting matchup, and we look forward to an excellent game of football between these two evenly matched teams.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Victoria Park, whether you're watching live from the arena or worldwide, thanks to the live stream 180 Creations. It's a big game of American football, or as we like to call it down under, Gridiron. Two teams put the last piece of the puzzle into our championship game, the Great Southern Bowl, to decide the South Australian Championship next week. The Adelaide Uni Hogs, undefeated this season, are there and waiting to add to their collection of back-to-back championships. But who will aim to upset the apple cart next week? We know this game's been on the cards for a few weeks and we've been waiting in anticipation. My name's Phil Hurd and I'm in anticipation, but I'm sure nowhere near as much as the excitement machine of Gridiron South Australia. That is Brad Cummings. Welcome, Brad.
Thank you very much. It's very excited to be here today. You know, whenever you can get out and play football, it is a great day, and today is no exception to that. We are at beautiful Victoria Park, like you mentioned, and it's a glorious day, and we're looking forward to a dynamic matchup between these two teams. It was interesting to see them play in the regular season with the Eagles holding a slight edge there, and they're the home team today. So it'll be a fun, and hopefully fast-paced game back and forth. And like you said, Phil, the winner of this gets to take on the mighty Hogs. So that will be an exciting matchup next week. But we're going to stay in touch with this game. And we are looking forward to a fantastic experience today.
So the two teams come in, the Spartans, the visitors. They have played in the last 4 championship games against the Hogs.
This is all right.
They enter this game with a 3-6 record. They were upset by the Chiefs. They lost 3 games to the Hogs. They lost 2 of the 3 against the Eagles. Those first 2 games, very close, just a touchdown or so in it. They played last week in a game that, look, I reckon both coaches hit a few of their aces in that game. Eagles won comfortably, but I'm going to ignore it.
Yes.
Because I reckon they were just testing each other for this game. You can already see some key players out there on both sides. Didn't play last week. They're out there ready to go this week, and they're going to be key players as well.
Yeah, you know that when you're playing each other in the last regular season game, and then you're going to meet a week later, you leave some powder. You don't use all your plays, and you save some things, and you keep players healthy. So it'll be interesting to see. But they're not going to hold anything back today. Today is they're going to let it all out, and we'll see what happens.
The Eagles, they've got a 5-4 record, which is one of their better seasons they've had in recent times. They swept the Chiefs 3 games to 0, lost every game to the Hogs, but put up quite a few scores in those matches. And then they took 2 out of 3 against the Spartans. They're a club that's rebuilt over the years, have hit the bottom of the league and are building up. Is this the year, Brad, that they overtake the Spartans and become the next challenger to the almighty Adelaide Uni?
Well, I would say this is as good a chance that they've ever had of doing that, of overtaking the Spartans. So they are as hungry as I've seen them. I was talking to the coach, Jesse Whiten, earlier before the game, and they're dialed in. So they had their practices this week, and they're ready to kind of capitalize on, and they do see this as an opportunity. They know that they have to go out there and seize it, that nothing's going to be handed to them, and they're very well aware of that, and they seem to have a singular focus, a mission, and you can tell just a little bit from their attitude, just the pregame, that they're dialed in. The key will be, are they going to be tight? Or are they going to come out loose enough to where they can still do everything that they need to, even if things don't go exactly the way they want before the game starts, or as the game starts, rather?
It's going to be a different game to normal. It's playoffs, not regular season.
Yes.
It's a twilight game, not a lunchtime or 3 o'clock game. And the Eagles, I haven't seen every game this season, but I've never seen them in these digs. The all white, the Penn State look.
Exactly, and you wonder what they were, if they were breaking them out, saving them for this special occasion. Yeah, they're ready to go. So it'll be an exciting opportunity, and the Spartans, are always going to be dialed in. They've been to the finals for the last 4 seasons, and they're going to be dedicated and ready to go as well.
Won't be too long, I would say. Both teams are in their warm-ups. We're 4 minutes away from the official kickoff. Suffice to say here, we don't always get underway bang on starting time, so we'll see how we go. Brad, a couple of players from each side that you are going to be keeping a special eye on today. What do you want? I'll start off. Spartans, they're going to unleash the beast today.
Yes.
Number 14, Isaac Musalam, who at his best running the ball is a MVP candidate, huge difference maker.
Absolutely.
Has got the shoulder pads and helmet on.
Absolutely, and he is a little bit of an X factor. That man, he runs like smoke. He is really hard to bring down, and he is elusive, as elusive of a player as you'll find in this league. So when he's dialed in, he's great, and not just as a runner. He's been traditionally in offense, but we've seen him play corner this year, and he is a little bit of an interception machine. So if he's ready and dialed in, he could make a big difference for the Spartans.
I'll be interested to see the Spartans start at QB. Last week they put 2 out there at different times. Now it's been Pele de Francisca for most of the season, but they unleashed Nathan Van Pamelen. Was that just a smoke screen, or is that a change they're looking to bring in late so they can free up de Francisco in the wide receiver role? This is American football, but Australian style.
Yes.
Where people play both ways.
Yeah.
People play multiple positions, and it's what you've got on the day and how you best use it. So that's the Spartans 2 for me to keep an eye.
Absolutely.
Eagles, 21, Ronaldo Gaziano. Didn't play last week, didn't matter. If he gets cracking, he scores touchdowns from everywhere.
So we're about ready to see the Eagles take the field for the coin toss against the Spartans. So we're going to pause it here, and we'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for the coin toss as both teams are about to take the field.
Before we do, we should do a little bit of an explanation.
Yes.
That our commentary is dual streaming.
Yes.
We are doing a live stream around the planet thanks to 180 Creations. We encourage you, if you're watching it, subscribe, comment, be part of the team, i.e. help us out. But it's also on the PA system here at the ground. So you may hear some PA stuff, you may hear some commentary stuff. It all mixes together beautifully, I'm sure.
And this is one of the things about playing Gridiron in Australia is you have to be able to multitask and do lots of different things. And so exactly, we're playing as the PA announcers and over the live stream. And we are excited to be here today.
Love the clash of unis, the all black of the Spartans, the all white of the Eagles. Love that we've got a 100-yard field. Normally we play at Riverside Oval, it's 90, so they get to play the full edge. So and we get a huge grandstand, so the fans get a bit of shade up high with a wonderful view. And even the added bonus, Brad, people may notice this in the stream, we've got drive-by viewers on the outer side having a look at us as well.
Yeah. So if you're at home, if you're in the States or wherever you are in the world and you're watching this and you're seeing the cars in the background, we're playing right in front of a COVID testing center. So it's all good, though. We are excited, and we're giving these people some entertainment. Hey, Coach Lieberentz, undefeated Hogs, congratulations, as he's walking by us. All right, we'll see if we can snag him for a halftime interview. We'll see if we're lucky for that one.
Officials heading out to the middle. Captains will be there shortly. once we do the coin toss, I want to do a fan check. I
Absolutely.
want to see what Spartan fans are here. I want to hear what Eagle fans are here, live at the ground behind your side. So the officials today, they are in the black and white single stripes as expected, the head referee and the white cap. We tend not to name names here, not because we got a bit scared what happens to those two blokes from Texas Tech, but we'll just focus on the calls.
That's exactly right.
For those watching on the stream, you'll see the score flicker up. Just a little bit of a note, the clock is unofficial, but man is very good at it these days.
Yeah, it's impressive, the production value that we've got, and we're very grateful for Sam and the 180 Creations, and we want to give a special shout out to our league sponsor, Surgical Solutions. We are very grateful for them, and if you're listening at home on the live stream, or if you happen to be here at the grounds, we would love for you guys to be involved and participate. The league is always looking for fresh and new voices, and we are a grassroots program that really goes out of our way to be successful at what we do, and we're proud of our productions.
Now, it's quite traditional that the team winning the toss elects to defer. Let's see what happens here.
Spartans have won the toss and elected to defer. They will kick from the southern end.
So Eagles to get the ball first. This is a north-south field. We're on the eastern parklands of the Adelaide CBD. And I'm sure as the sun sets and the lights come on that we'll get some lovely pictures of the city skyline come alight.
You couldn't
But
ask
nothing
for
to do with what's going to come alight on the Gridiron field
That's
right
exactly
now.
right. That is exactly right. So this is, we've had a couple Friday night games here, and which have been absolutely fantastic. And so we're looking at continuing the tradition as we're getting ready for kickoff.
Jaden Casbara will kick off from the 35. We do see a lot of touchbacks at our normal base at Riverside Oval, which is a 90-yard field. Maybe not. Or maybe we'll see some more runbacks and some more kick return action.
We
But
hope so.
Let's get underway.
And there he goes. He takes it all the way out to the 30-yard line, where it will be Eagles ball.
What's amazing about that play, Brad? In America, kicking is very specialised.
Yes.
In Australia, anything but. That was the kicker for the Eagles, Abdul Qadir Joel, returning the kick.
Yes. Yes.
20 yards, first down and 10 Eagles.
That's the one thing here about football here in Australia is if you're an athlete, you're going to play at multiple positions. Eagles ball, first and 10 at the 30-yard line. The give is around the outside to number 43, Robert Burns, who takes it for an Eagles first down. Robert Burns on the carry.
So no Gaziana, number 21, in the backfield. Not seeing the number on the sideline, so the Eagles might be down a key weapon.
The give is to Alex Rossi, who takes it around the left side. Gets a gain of about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Again to Rossi. Brought down by number 20, Jaden Casbara. He is a quick man. He's nothing much is going to get around him. A loss of 1 on the play. Whiten keeps it up the middle. No gain. Brings up 4th and 7. Let's see if they play a field position game here, or are they going to go for it from their own 45? It looks like they're going for it. And it's complete for an Eagles first down to number 33, Stephen Draper. We've seen him make lots of great catches throughout the season, and he continues it here on a key 4th down.
14 yards on the play. For the first time today, we have a first down. The chains are on the move.
Whiten looks left, throws left. The referees decide their feet just got tangled up. No pass interference. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Eagles showing they're not afraid to go for it on their own side of the field. That's as gutsy a call as you'll see. Rossi showing good decision making by doing the cutback, but he got lit up like a Christmas tree on that one. Brings up 3rd and 9. And you'll see with this modified hurry up that the Eagles are playing, they really have to be in shape to carry the ball as a running back as many times as they do. Again, another 4th down, 4th and 6. Whiten throws a little bit low, intended for number 11, Mitch Gavros. Gavros is a fantastic receiver, played state ball for the Sharks, but just a little low on that toss, couldn't quite get to it. So you'll see the Eagles defense come out on the field for your first look against the Spartans.
So Spartans will start off pretty reasonable field position at their own 37-yard line, 1st and 10. That Eagles drive went 31 yards, 7 plays. But without the punt, it's a pretty short drive. Van Pamelin is the starting quarterback, and he decides he wants to play running back. He's chased to the Spartan sideline. Loss of the play will bring up 2nd down and 11. The runner. Again, fake handoff. Quarterback heat. Over the 40 down to the 42. And I've got number 54, Matt Lindley, on the tackle for the Eagles. Well, got back to the original line of scrimmage and 1 yard. So 2 plays, 1 yard gained. 3rd and 9 coming up. Pamela to the air for the first time. And as much as Joe Rivera wants a flag, there ain't one coming. That's incomplete. Spartans face 4th down. And I suspect, given it's on their half of the field, we might see our first punt of the day.
You saw the Eagles bringing heavy pressure on that. And Van Pamelin just did not have the time to get that ball a clean release. All right. So we're going to have Eagles ball about their own 18-yard line. Both teams couldn't move you saw the Eagles on the first drive move it a little bit. They got a couple first downs. The Spartans couldn't quite get anything going.
45-yard punt with no return. Every team's had a touch of the ball. Eagles coming up second time round.
So far, nothing surprising from either team. They haven't pulled anything out of the trick bag or anything unusual that we haven't seen in the regular season. The give is to Rossi up the gut. Alex Rossi, nothing going there. There's one thing that you can always count on is the Spartans to have a solid defensive line. And you're looking at big number 83 for the Spartans clogging up the middle. He had a man, Whiten did, but he was a little too high, intended for number 33, Stephen Draper. You'll see offensive coordinator Heath Thomas for the Eagles signaling the plays in to his players from the sideline. You saw what was almost a pass interference. I don't know if that was going to be offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference, but the ball was probably uncatchable, so the flag was not thrown there. It's going to bring up a fourth down for the Eagles, and this time we look like we're going to have our first Eagles punt.
The Eagles Norton 3 on third down conversions. Very early days in the first quarter. This gentleman had a punt of 80 yards last week, kicking from his 5. This time doesn't quite have the kick nor the breeze to assist. That'll come out of bounds at around about the 44. Given it was at the 20, that's a 24-yard punt. Spartans will like this. They'll take over and they'll be in Eagles territory for the first time this afternoon.
Great field position for the Spartans. We'll see what happens here.
Isaac Musalam is in a running back. First flags thrown officially of the day.
Right at the snap, false start, number 40 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
The Eagles are led by big number 4, Timmy Tuikaba, as the middle linebacker position, who is just a force to be reckoned with. He can almost shut down the middle of that field on his own.
First down, 15. And again, this is what annoys coaches. Early days.
Right at the snap, false start, number 67 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
One thing the Eagles have done on various times during the season is they really do put pressure pre-snap from the line. Not to get caught off sides because of it, but at times it has unsettled their opponents. This is now first and 20. Intercepted by Tuikaba. Oh, Brad Cummins, you are a prophet. Names the player of just before he makes the big play. First turnover of the game. Eagles ball.
Look at that. Wow. He just stepped in. I don't know if Van Pamelen for the Spartans quarterback saw him or not, but that is amazing. We're going to see the replay on that one right now. You'll see number 4. He's right there in the middle of the field. And he just steps in. He never run anywhere. And he just intercepted it and had the ball clean. Look at that. Timmy Tuikaba.
That's sort of what the penalties forced maybe the Spartans to do what they didn't want to do.
It's gone fast.
So the give there is to number 43, Robert Burns.
Not a lot of sleep.
So you saw him carry the ball for a nice run on the very first play of the game, and then we saw Rossi have the rest of the carries.
Just started taking some steps today, didn't we? As in unassisted, she's been cruising around the main. So we've got a rock
That was a direct snap right to Rossi, it looked like, on that play. So they are showing something a little bit different. Unless I missed something, that was a direct snap.
Rossi 5 carries for 6 yards.
3rd and 10, White, and he's got a man in and out of the hands. Number 43, Robert Burns, couldn't quite bring it in. Broken up by 23, Aaron Nasaris on the play.
So the Eagles 0 for 4 on 3rd downs, but they've been 3rd and 8, 7, 9 and 10. So that's almost a full poke, raw flush.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But they're long distance, and that means low percentage. So Taylor is back to punt. This one's a bit more of a pooch kick, trying to pin the Spartans deep. It will be a chance for number 23 to return the ball. I don't have it on my list, but whoever he is, he's out to the 28-yard line.
I believe that's Aaron Nasaris.
All right, he's changed from switch. Is it 22 or 23? Oh, yep, you're right. You're spot on.
And if you are watching online with us, don't forget, please leave us your comments online. We love to hear you guys, and we love you and appreciate you listening on the 180 Creations live feed.
One thing I will say, Brad, this is a ferociously fast-paced game.
Isn't it?
At the moment. And it's going to be Nathan Palmer who gets his first running call, and look, both teams, as you expect, a normal game of American football, let's establish the run, free up the pass. But both sides, bar Burns' 12-yard, have not had a running play beyond 3 yards the rest of the game.
And I think that's a testament to the defense. I think the defense, and especially the line, is saying you're not going to be able to run on us up the gut.
2nd and 11. To the outer side, looking for Shabani. Incomplete, so Spartans are 0 for 3 on their passing so far. Looking for their first downs. Game played pretty much between 30 of the Spartans and the 20 of the Eagles thus far. 3rd down and long. They've all been 3rd and long so far. This is 12.
Yeah, you're right. We have not had a 3rd and short.
Oh, low snap.
Oh,
loose
no!
ball. Who wants it? Oh, well done by the offensive lineman. Did very well there. We got number 67.
Number 67 for the Spartans. My goodness. Picking that ball up, and that's probably the first time and the only time exactly that he'll ever see it.
I mean, look, that they kept the ball, only to lose. His rushing stats now will show a loss of 3 yards, career.
We've got about a 4th and 16. It was Dylan Tyrell, the offensive lineman, that picked that one up.
$32-yard punt. Eagles will come on for the 4th time. This is a rock and rolling game of football at the moment. Nothing on the scoreboard, nothing in the red zone.
1 turnover. And as you said, we haven't had anything 3rd and short.
We've had 4 punts, a turnover on downs, and an interception.
Well, if you like a game in the trenches, this is the game for you. Neither line being able to establish a clear advantage. Whiten on the keeper, up the gut. breaks it for about, 3 yards. Hey, they say you can win a game. All you need is 3.5 on every carry.
That's it. If you're consistent enough.
Brings up a 2nd and 7. Spartans bring the rush. It's a little swing. The give is to Rossi on a swing pass to the right on the wide side, but we've got Laundry on the field. We'll see what the play is.
His best run, and it might all be coming back.
Holding, number 79 on the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Well, the crowd's not too happy with that one, but obviously the refs saw something on the play. Well, we're really Big Wally's got a fan club over here. Unfortunately, he's getting called out for penalties, but we got 2nd and 15. Whiten sees something, tries to run it, but he's got nowhere to go. So we've got about a 3rd and 20. Roughly, maybe it's about 3rd and 18, right around there.
Yep.
Whiten looks left, throws left, and it's high and out of bounds. Intended for 33, Stephen Draper. So you can see he's been throwing him a little bit high. Typically, that's the result of a quarterback just not getting his feet set on the play. Brings up about a 4th and 18, 4th and 20.
See it a lot of rookie quarterbacks. And Whiten is not a rookie. Not by Gridiron SA standards by any means. 4th and long. Taylor getting plenty of punting practice from the 32. Bounces out of bounds at about the Spartan 33. That makes it by Byron Mass a 35-yard punt. And it'll be the Spartans' time. Just a couple of stats to throw at you thus far. Yardage, Eagles 33. 26 of those on 2 plays.
Yeah.
Spartans offense, -4. 3rd down conversions, 0 out of 8 across the 2 teams thus far. We're on track really for a 2-zip game where the defense scores through a safety.
We'll be waiting in the bottom of the 9th, and we'll have a 3-0 game. Oh, we've got a quick pitch. Nice play by the quarterback to get that before the pressure comes.
First carry by Marcel, who I said was one of my players to watch. And he's gained all of 0 yards on his first carry. Both teams would have prepared to shut down the opposition run. If you're the defensive coordinators, you'd be mighty happy right now. Second. Oh, yeah.
On cue.
Jonathan,
On cue.
Jonathan Carmody.
Wow.
A one-man brick wall introduces himself to former teammate Isaac Masalan, who did spend a season at the Eagles. And again, it's 3rd and long. We haven't had anything like 3rd and 6, let alone 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, this is about a 3rd and 14.
So they go to the, oh, there's a catch. Now some yards after the catch. Just a couple. Was Shabani with the reception. Gains about 7, which is 8. Great first down play. Gain of 5 or 6. Not everything you needed, 3rd and long.
So here we go. This is the okay. So the Spartans are going to punt the ball here. They're going to play it safe. Neither team has been able to really significantly move the ball. So we got 4th and 5, 4th and 6. High snap. He gets it off. Oh. And it takes a nice Spartan bounce all the way down to about the 18-yard line. You know, and Phil and I, we've said this many times throughout the season, just about how I'm just blown away by how these punters can get the ball off in the midst of so much pressure.
Well, that is bang on a 50-yard punt.
Wow.
Longest of the day. And at the moment, the field is flipping pretty much on how far their punters kicking it, because
Yeah.
the offenses, bar that first Eagles series, which they didn't convert into field position because it turned over on downs. It really is 3 plays and out at the moment. We haven't seen a first down outside of the first 4 plays of the contest.
Yeah. The give is around. Oh, he's got pressure. He's horse-collared, but he breaks out of that one, and he does all he can. Breaks about 4 tackles just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What a time.
Goodness me, that's about the fastest quarter I've seen.
Yeah, look, fastest quarter, but that was the Eagles. This is the Eagles' 6th drive. There are
Goodness.
games where you don't get 6 drives and a half.
Wow.
But when it's 3 and outs, that's what's going to happen. So, but no, we got.
And we'll take a break and be back in just a second.
There's been no contact, no. They say they've got to meet them now again, but the first thing they did was get a junior team. Unless they got people who start feeding in, they'll be doomed all over again. With the year-by-year proposition where they, oh, we got enough play. No, you can't.
It's going to be a jerk and say, do you want to move along from the mic? Not big enough. Yeah, oh yeah, you're right there. Right there. Oh, Stan, come on, don't be like that.
And we're back. The give is to the Eagles up the gut. They are, you got to admire them. They are dedicated and they are sticking with that run and with Alex Rossi. You really, unfortunately, they don't have Ronaldo with them this week. And so that you're seeing they're a little bit more limited in their run game. No disrespect to Rossi, but he's just not the dynamic player that Ronaldo is. Oh! And it was a deep ball, deep, intended for number 17, Zaya. And he almost had to go on the defensive, it looked like, on that play with batting the ball away from the defender.
So Wyton, 14-yard pass on that 4th down on the opening drive since then. 5 straight incompletes.
Well, guess what, Phil? It's 4th down.
4th down, punting time. Taylor from the 20 launches a beauty.
Wow, that was a beautiful kick in and out of the hands of number 23. And did he have possession? Well, the refs blew the whistle.
We've got the completely wrong angle to judge that, but they down that he had the ball and his knee hit the ground before it fumbled again.
Aaron Nasaris just completely muffed that kick, and it bounced as far and as fast away from it as possible.
That was a 48-yard punt with no return.
Let's look at the replay from Surgical Solutions. And you see, I don't know if he had possession on that, but the referees don't have the ability to replay this.
Okay, well, what time? Let's ring New York. What time is it?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we get buzzed from the head office.
Spartans ball. Whose offense is going to gel first?
And
There's a start. Brad Vigera with the catch. Hey, we've got a gain of 6 yards.
There we
2nd and
go.
4. It's almost manageable.
Brad Vigera on the catch. Well done to him. Brings up a 2nd and 5 for the Spartans.
2nd straight completion for Van Pemberley. You can see the sticks on the far side. 2nd down's where the ball's at. The stick to the left is where they've got to get to, 4 yards away at the 37. quarterback keeps first down. Now for more towards midfield down at the 47. That's a gain of 9, and the Spartans for the first time have a first down.
Hey, there we go. Let's see if they can put the ball on the Eagles side of the field.
First down and 10 at the 47. Cameron decides to throw on first down. Well, there would be possible miscommunication or misadjustment for the breeze intended for Shabani, but he was a fair way away. Thankfully, no Eagles in the neighbourhood.
Yeah, I don't know if that ball got hung up in the wind on that one or what, but that was certainly a wounded duck.
Second and 10. Armour up the middle, has a crease. He's into Eagles territory for the first time today, as is the Spartans. Very close to that first down marker. Let's wait for the officials' verdict. First down.
Well, there you
10-yard
go.
run.
2 first downs on this drive. The Spartans getting something going.
This is the Spartans' best drive by the length of the Victoria Park Straight, which in horse racing days was about 2,000 metres. Down the field.
Wow!
Day. I've got that as Jello Guevara getting his hands. 20-yard pass, first down. Oh my goodness, Brad, there could be a team in the red zone any second.
We've got some momentum happening here. The Spartans are on a roll. Let's see what the Eagle adjustment they make on it. 2 great passes. Oh, and the ball is loose! The ball is loose! Who's got it? Who's got it? Oh, it's Eagles ball! Eagles ball!
And a late flag to boot.
We've got laundry on the field. Let's see what happened.
We're going to go to some replays here to have a look at this one, I reckon, just to find out who in the midst of all of that maybe got their mitts on it first. But the Spartans have had 1 turnover on downs, 1 interception, and now 1 fumble. Number 70 with the hit, and I've got, wait for the number to come.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 4 from the Eagles. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So there you have it. So the ball is turned over. The Eagles get it, but they get an unnecessary roughness penalty. And let's look at our Surgical Solutions replay.
Benjamin Taylor with
And
the
the
big hit
exits
that
it,
knocked
and
it loose, and
the
Abdul
ball just
Qadir Jalil who made the
pops
recovery.
loose. And look at that. So there you have it, Eagles ball. Just when the Spartans are moving it down the field, you saw the Eagles come up with the second turnover of the half. They've got an interception and a fumble recovery.
What's interesting, the flag after was up against the Eagles. So they're going to start deeper than they thought, probably the deepest they've started all day at their 15-yard line.
Just from a pure coaching standpoint, you look at number 43, he runs in a very upright position. He really needs to get those shoulder pads down and get a lower pad level if he wants to create some havoc. Otherwise, he's going to get brought down way too easy like you saw on that last play. So now we've got about a 3rd and 4. Eagles are still going with their modified hurry-up offense.
Shortest third down of the day.
Spartans bring the blitz. The throw is to the outside. I think there was some miscommunication on that play. You saw Gavaros running a little out route and Rossi breaking in, but it just looked like that wasn't the intended target.
So despite winning the turnover battle 2-0 at the moment, the offense, I mean, they've been down deep at their end of the field, haven't been able to convert into points. Taylor back to punt again. On the 21, that's nice and high again.
Oh, it's another fumble, but he managed to recover this one really well.
"45-yard punt, no return, and another heart attack for Spartans.
Yeah, if you're Aaron Nasaris, you're going to go over and check your hands, make sure they're not made of stone. We're going to look at the Surgical Solutions replay on this one. And there's the punt. It's just straight in and out of the hands of Nasaris. I don't think he got it caught in the sun or anything like that. Oh!
Flag in the back. There's Musalan gets the call.
Oh!
He's always a man who wants attention. Certainly got it there and somehow kept his feet long enough for the surge to drive him 4 yards forward. But there is a flag which has been repositioned at the line of scrimmage. This could be going anywhere.
Holding, number 63 on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot, still first down.
I know it's a hold and I know it brings them back, but you have to be impressed with that running effort on that one.
Well,
He just will not go down.
The league has spent most of the year at the Riverside Oval, home of the Port Adelaide Pirates. They've been watching the rugby footage.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can move the ball by all getting on its
That's
own
right.
side and just pushing it forward.
We've got ourselves a scrum, brings up 1st and 20.
Well, now this is where the Spartans don't want to be. Forces them to the air, throw out to the flat. There's a flag back at the quarterback. This is another holding call.
Brought down by number 3, Michael Bates.
Good play to get the quarterback connecting with receivers.
Holding,
but
number 63 on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot, still first down.
that is the 4th penalty on the Spartans, 35 yards. It's 1st and 30. Not quite as much as the 3rd and 51 the Hogs had during the season. That was something else. Long way to the first down marker. Now Pamela knows the only way to do it is to put it up, and he's got a receiver. And that is number 20, Jaden Casbar. That reduces a lot of the distance.
It does.
It's about a 14-yard pass.
As an offensive line, you saw 2 back-to-back holding calls there, and that's your worst nightmare, is you feel like you're just getting beat and you end up just trying to hold on.
2nd, 16 yards to go. And Pamela on the run. Tipped. Oh, it was tipped a little higher for a little longer. Spence, Ricky J. Revelia, one of the league veterans, was ready to bounce and not stop till he got to the Britannia roundabout. So we need some injuries. Well, it's almost a chance to take a breather. No one's called a timeout.
This is the first time we've seen a player down in the game, so that's been very fortunate in that regards.
Did we do a crowd check?
I don't know.
As we see to the injured player, we've heard you through the day. How many Spartan fans have we got in the house today? Is there anyone from the Spartans? They're all a bit shell-shocked. Any Eagle fans? Okay. Spartan fans, do you want a second go? Any Spartan fans here?
Yeah, they're on the other side of the field.
They're on the screen. They're in the cars. And yes, Donovan, this is really live.
Yeah, this is really live.
It is 7:40 Australian Central Daylight Time, PM. And this is American football, Australian style.
And we are playing football, giving our fans across the world an opportunity.
And that's a problem because that injured player is your quarterback, Jesse Whiten.
That's what you don't want to see. That's the risk that you run.
Everybody states sort of saying, your quarterback's playing defense?
Yeah.
What kind of madness is this?
Exactly. And that's the risk you run when you're here and your quarterback's playing both sides of the ball. We'll see who they have as a backup if they end up having to bring the backup in. They're already down their top running back.
I mean, the good news is they're going to get a couple of plays to think about it because it is Spartans' ball.
He's walking on his own accord, but you can tell he's holding that. Looks like it's his left
look,
quad.
There is no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Championship game or bust.
Yes.
If he can stagger on the field, he'll be out there. 3rd and long. Again. Taylor tries to get in the face of Van Pamela, and that pressure, I don't think that's ruled a catch. It's probably irrelevant because it was on the line of scrimmage.
No,
If lucky.
That's intended for number 20. You know somebody's name who we haven't called, surprisingly, today is number 22, Ben Martin. I'm thinking the Eagles are keen on him.
Mentioned that last week, that I think if the Spartans are to do well, Martin's got to play a part. Now there's confusion, who's on, who's off for special teams. Spartans punt.
That's probably your worst punt that we've seen of the day. I'm not sure what's going on there.
No. For some reason, an Eagle player decided to touch the ball.
Was it already touched, though, by
But
a
if the
Spartan?
Spartan had downed it,
I think it
the
was
play
already
over?
down by a Spartan.
But that's playing with fire.
No, they just called it Spartan's ball.
Oh my goodness.
So that had to be an Eagles player.
That was the punter, I think. The Eagles punter.
Butter my butt and call me a biscuit. What just happened there? Holy cow.
The officials are having a conference, so let's just hold off.
They're going to have a
Deciding.
conference.
They have to decide, with the Spartans touching it, was that down? Was it still alive? Because an Eagle definitely touched it. And here's the thing, in Australian Gridiron, yes, the short punts aren't great, but what they can do is, because you're lobbing the ball in the middle of a lot of players, it causes confusion.
It can create a crazy bounce. Let's see what the refs say.
As the Spartans were the first to touch the ball, the Eagles have the option to take the ball at that point of touching. First down.
There we go.
Bullet dodge.
Yeah, no kidding. So the refs look like they got that right.
Well, that's the way you want it to be. Come together, discuss it, come up with the right decision.
Absolutely.
I reckon they've done that beautifully.
And I can say that our refs here in South Australia and for the Gridiron Association of South Australia are some of the best refs. They're committed and they are good. No ref ever gets praise, but these refs are good.
That's how you want to see them deal with that problem together as their own team.
Absolutely. And it's a quarterback keep to number 32, Alex Rossi. So we'll see, is he going to be their backup quarterback, their number 2 quarterback? Whiten's in the game at the quarterback position, so you're seeing.
Shaken, not steady.
Yeah.
Illegal block in the back. Number 61 on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
We want to thank again everybody who's watching us here at Victoria Park. And for those of you on the World Wide Web with our live stream with 180 Creations, please don't be afraid to leave a comment. We love the interactions. And yes, we are live.
And g'day to Donovan, who's watching from Southern California.
And we've got a 1st and 20. Whiten looks, throws it across the middle of the field, and it's complete. But guess what, folks? We've got some laundry on the field.
So Donovan Now watching this, where if I've got my times right,
Holding, number 79 on the offence. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
and Donovan, you can correct me that it's 1:15 in the morning, Oregon time.
Aha!
It's California time.
Well,
And he was Googling Australian football and landed on this.
we've got about a 1st and 35. So the Eagles have their work cut out for them. The give is to Rossi up the gut. My hunch is that they're thinking the Eagles are going to be in a pass defense situation. But big 79 for the Spartans is just creating havoc up in the middle there.
28.
Whiten looks right, throws, he's got a man open, but it's picked off by number 27 for the Spartans. He's still on his feet, and he takes it back into Eagle territory.
Max Zalotto. Well, the Eagles dodged a bullet on the punt, then penalised themselves to death, and then threw the intercept. So I reckon that 2-0 scoreline is still looking pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. We're almost at the 7th inning stretch here, and we're 0-0, ball at the 48-yard line. Let's see if the Spartans can get something going.
I mean, here's the thing. Normally, Gridiron SA season, you tie it into regulation. That's it. It's a tie. No
Yeah.
overtime. There is going to be overtime here. We need a winner. As Palmer gets the carry, gains about 4 yards. I guess if we had something absolutely dramatic, earthquake catastrophe happen, the Eagles as the number 2 team in the standings would get to move on. But we'll play overtime. And that'll be something else. 2nd and 6 for the Spartans in Eagles territory at the 44. And Hamilton looking for Vergara by the sideline. He dances with the sideline. Ends up the wrong side of it and doesn't catch it. So on a couple of grounds, that's incomplete. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Represent. Here we go, 3rd and 6.
Right to the flat. There's some open room here for Palmer to gather some speed up. That's the second big defensive play from Tamolki Tuikaba. The first was the intercept. That was a 1st down saving tackle.
And you saw his speed on that way. The way I thought that they had something going, but he just flew out there in the flat and shut that down.
Completed pass for no gain. 4th and 6. Spartans are going for it. So, folks, they need 6 yards to keep the ball. Out there.
And you saw
Ricky J he's getting closer to that running pick 6 intercept.
You saw Van Pamelen he was throwing that to a spot, hoping that his guy was going to be open, but there was really no chance on that play.
So that was as close as the Spartans have got to converting the 3rd down.
We've
And
got
the second time that they have
a 4th and
turned it
6. What the?
There is a flag thrown at about the 25-yard line of the Eagles. For those watching on the stream, we apologise a little bit that we're getting a bit of glare because we do have the sunset. That will be over pretty soon, and then watch this place light up. It'll be like the Super Bowl at half-time. You enter it in daylight, and you come out at half-time and it's darkness.
Yes, yes.
Pass interference on the defence, number 19. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Wow. That was just...
Official timeout to work it out. So they're going to the... Is that the spot of the foul?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Anyway, Spartans have 4 more plays and a first down. You've actually had a 4th down conversion. Amazing.
Van Pamlin keeps it, and the ball is loose.
Now, it's gone out of bounds. Who had possession out of bounds? The teams aren't changing over. I reckon the Spartans have dodged a ball.
I think so.
We're at a shooting gallery right now. I'm just waiting for the first offense to settle.
Yeah, to get some... And you saw earlier, it looked like the Spartans were moving the ball, but then they had that turnover. 2nd and 12.
It is their longest time with the ball. And Hamilton for that first down marker, looking for Shabani, incomplete, stops the clock. And this was something that I was explaining to the missus when she said, when are you going to be home, honey? Was, well, it's a final dear, and they will play the full clock. And there won't be any quick clock because the game's out of reach.
That's exactly right.
Full field, full clock. See ya about midnight.
Yeah.
Just to check, everyone in position. 3rd and 12.
You see the Spartans corners playing press coverage, and the ball is thrown, and it looks like it's complete. Did he come down with it in bounds? We've got one ref saying he did.
He came down with it. Not a lot of it. You can usually tell players' reaction.
Yeah.
They tend to jump up and down a little bit more if they've caught it.
Complete to number 23, Aaron Nasaris.
You can get those cars on that side to tell us if he was in bounds or not.
But it looks like they're staying there, so well, they're still having a conference. The refs are. Incomplete pass.
Yep, that's what you want. So have a discussion, sort it out.
Absolutely. They obviously were buzzed from the head office to take a look at that, and so they had their conference and decided. It's going to bring up 4th and 12.
Spartans are 0 from 6 on 3rd down conversions.
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their first timeout for the half.
The team gets 3 timeouts, and now's not a bad time to take one with 4th down to work out. So now you are, when you're not the excitement machine with a microphone in your hand, you are the Gridiron SA director of football.
This is true. This is
and
true.
so you talk about coaching and coaching development. If you're a coach of these sides right now,
Yeah.
what would you be talking to them at halftime about?
Well, it's interesting because you really want to say, okay, we got to stick with our game plan, but within that, what is working, what's not working? To be honest with you, they're getting a little bit of yardage on the longer passes, and the ground game is just nothing's is happening there. So unless they change something up with their running game, the blocking scheme, which I doubt they will, then you're not going to get much success on the run. So I'm one that if it's not working, go for something else. So I would continue going for the pass.
And that's certainly what you'd expect here on 4th and long. The Spartans have had a couple of decent drives into Eagles territory. Oh, now he's got to run for his life. And Ricky J. Rivelli has been waiting for that play. He's got close on 2 occasions and it was right there to be had.
Ricky,
but can I give Ricky J. that's a head-up veterans play?
Yes.
Because the incomplete pass means better field position.
I hope that's what he was thinking.
I reckon that's what he was. Benefit of the doubt.
Well, let's get him the benefit of that now. Great play. You saw Van Pamelen scrambling out there on the edge, just throwing that one up, hoping his Spartan's going to come down with it. Oh, and nobody on the Spartans was fooled on that one. He's brought down. Matt Martin, who played state for the Sharks, brought him down. Like we said, the Eagles, neither team, but the Eagles just have nothing going on the ground. The Spartans bring pressure. So we had one-on-one. You saw the corner playing soft. Isaac Musalam was playing soft on that, complete to number 18, Seb Buford, who is a dynamic player. First time we've...
2-minute warning. 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining in the half.
1 minute and 38 seconds left in the half.
This is where we remind those on the stream with the clock there that that's unofficial. Time is kept officially on the field. We keep it pretty close.
And they just could not communicate with each other on that play. Intended again for Seb Buford.
That had potential. Got past Musalam in front of Aguirre. You give that to Burford in some open space, and he is that spark who has the speed to make that a touchdown play.
He really is. He's a dynamic, probably one of the quickest players in the league. You can see why they're giving him that cushion. And we've got another flag on the field.
Oh, great bounce for the Eagles.
Is that going to...
Down
Oh,
at
look
the
at that. Inside the 10-yard line, they stopped that.
Sorry, at the 14.
But
45-yard punt, flag pending. Get out of Hughes.
Failure to set. 71 on the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay 4th down.
Oh, so they're going to make him re-kick it. Well, you can understand that because they got the ball inside their 10-yard line.
Get out of Chiefs legend, Hugh Stevens, who will get on the Hall of Fame if he ever decides he wants to stop hitting people on defence. The Chiefs quarterback, called Calderon, wishing it was the Chiefs out there. Fair call. Repunt.
And there we go. So, obviously, the Spartans made a wise choice by making them re-kick that ball. Instead of it being on the 5-yard line, they're all the way out to about the 32-yard line.
And I think eventually it was down at about the 14. Now it's at the 32. So that's, in reality, the penalty that cost the Eagles 18 yards. And you bundle the offences. I reckon if you can bundle an offense up inside their 10 today, the way they're struggling, that's where you will force a turnover, a safety, something to happen on the scoreboard.
I'm thinking this game is going to come down to a big play, if somebody can break it.
1st and 10 Spartans. Pamela keeps, elects not to pitch out to Palmer. Gain of a couple. As the sun slowly starts to set over the Adelaide tree line here. Adelaide, a unique city. The flag waved off, good to see. Central Business District, a square mile, all gridded, but surrounded by green parkland, a lot of it sporting fields. This used to be the home post of the home straight of the Victoria Park racecourse. Take Grand Prix, sort of Australian version of NASCAR. And right now a game of American football.
Oh, he's picked off by Big Tim Tui coming out, and he breaks it down inside to the 18-yard line for his second interception of the game. Tim Tui Kameala with the amazing grab, just stepped in front of that one and gives the Eagles an amazing chance. Look at this Surgical Solutions replay. He backpedals, just reads the quarterback and steps right in front of the ball and takes it. I thought he was going to break it into the end zone, but Van Pamelin saved it. Touchdown on that play.
Yeah, he was marking the middle of the field. Van Pamelin never saw him. We finally have a team in the red zone. Can the Eagles convert the opportunity?
Let's see. And Jesse Whiten keeps it up the gut, and again, nothing happening. You got to wonder, with the score 0-0, with this being the first time that we've been able to get this close, will they try for a field goal on 4th down?
They have the kicker who's kicked field goals.
Oh, and he's got him in the end zone. Buford! Does he make the grab? Touchdown, Eagles! Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Oh, my!
18-yard pass, 2 plays, the intercept and the throw. The
Look
scoring
at
deadlock
this
is broken.
replay. He just threw that up there at that back pylon, and you saw Seth Buford just come down with it. Oh my goodness. And there he throws it into the back corner of the end zone. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Seth Buford on the touchdown. The Eagles are going for one. The kick is down, it is up, and it is good! Woo! Your Eagles are on the board, 7-0. And that was as good of a kick as I've seen from the Eagles, as we're gonna take a quick break. And there you go with the Eagles showing what they can do. They capitalized on a great turnover by Tim Tuikamaba and then it connected on a Whiten to Buford touchdown.
I must admit, I felt like I've been watching a soccer game for a while, and finally the first goal's broken out and everyone's into it. But Spartans have a tiny bit of time left in the first half to do something about it. And they'll do it into the sunlight, going down at about the 26-yard line. So we'll see what the Spartans pull out.
So they have roughly about 14 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if they try and do anything or if they just decide to go into the half.
That's 14 unofficial seconds.
Correct.
This game, it can come down to inches or less. It can come down to points of the second.
So one of the things...
Oh, that is your half time.
Oh, there goes your half.
Well, I think Donovan, we've got to get Donovan on as our, or Nori Donovan as our virtual special comments guy, because he said Solid defence, like watching the Browns and Ravens last week, and it was. It's just a little highlight at the end to
There
keep
you
you
go.
watching in the second half.
There you go, yeah. And one of the things some people might be on the live feed, might be looking on the sidelines saying, well, where's the head coach? And it's not that uncommon to have a player head coach, and that's what you're seeing with both teams. The Eagles have their player head coach, 23, Jesse Whiten, who's doing a great job, and the Spartans have their longtime veteran head coach, number 50, Andy Stevens. So both teams are going to take a break. We'll see if they go in the locker room, if they just stay out on the field here. But they're going to try and talk about what it is they need to do to capitalize going into the second half, and how the Spartans can turn, what is it that they need to do to turn things around, and how the Eagles can continue with this momentum.
One possession game can turn on at one play. We'll take a break. Halftime usually about 15 minutes. For those here at Victoria Park, to the Wakefield Street end of the grandstand, the northern end, there's a marquee, and I assume there's some good stuff under it to enjoy, like food, drinks. So please indulge, and we'll be back in 15. Hi folks, if you happen to have driven a brown BMW
With the number plate Pyrex?
with the number plate Pirate,
Pyrex, I think.
Pyrex maybe, if, brown BMW is probably good enough. Mate, you might want to go and check your car because we reckon your lights are on and it might be a long walk home. Welcome back, everyone. Second half not too far away as the sun sets and the lights start to take their effect. May remember, coin toss. Spartans won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. This is where they get to cash in. And while teams do this, it's either to have a fair bit of the ball and cross their opposition, or in the Spartans' case, Brad, is to have the first chance to wrest some momentum back.
You bet. You know that Andy Stevens, our head coach, has really probably got lit a little bit of fire into him. And they know Spartans know what's at stake here, and they're going to come out swinging. They're not going to just roll over to this. So it should be a good one. And if you're on the live feed, please go ahead, give us a shout out. Don't be afraid to share this with your friends, especially if you're in America right now. We appreciate the American viewers who are giving us comments on there.
Well, hopefully Bailey had some issues with his drink when he talked about the refereeing standard. Okay, number 52 for the Eagles, obviously not participating today. Not quite in agreement with the But here we go. Second half underway. You're with Brad Cummins.
Thanks, Phil. And we are underway. And it's the up man. And he takes a lick. Oh, call him Timex. Take a licking and keep on ticking. Number 23 for the Spartans, Aaron DeSaris. Got hit into next week, but he just bounced up and keeps playing.
In recent seasons when the Spartans have been down, what's led them back has been their defence, provided the spark. So, created a turnover, given their offense a chance. Let's see what they do here with 4 receivers. First and 10. They fake the handoff, quarterback keeps, and is met instantaneously, no gain on the play. Second and 10.
And if I'm the Spartans, you got to have in your weapon, in your arsenal, the ability to go on 2, because those Eagles tackles are just teeing off on the first sound of that quarterback. You can get some cheap yardage if you can change your snap count.
They'll take any yardage at the moment. Second and 10. Steps into the pocket, gets the throw away. It's a long way downfield. Intended for Brad Vergara, a couple of Eagles in the vicinity.
He had no chance on that play.
Third and 10. I mean, if it was me, I'd find some way of getting it in the hands of number 22.
Yeah, you just read my mind. That's exactly what I was thinking. Third and 10.
There's a bit of dust there in the middle. That for Vergara appears to be favourite target, number 1, 2 and 3, incomplete. 4th and 10. The Spartans look to be going 3 and out and punting.
So it looks like we're going to have a punt on the field. The Eagles put number 18, Seth Buford, back there, who had the dynamic touchdown catch, and he is a lights-out returner. So let's see what happens on this punt return. And it takes a Spartan hop in the sense that it doesn't get into Buford's hands. So it's going to be Eagles ball at their own 25, 27-yard line. That was a 37-yard punt done by the Spartans. So we'll see what happens here. Eagles take their first offensive possession for the second half. The give is up the gut, and guess what? Nothing happening. So we've got second down, and what's going to be about, 10 yards. Got it to the line of scrimmage. it's complete. Complete to Mitch Gavros, who gets about a yard on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 9. Spartans show blitz. They bring it, but it's picked up. Oh, and it's picked off by the Spartans. Number 82 comes up with it. Brad Vigera with the interception, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see if it was before or after the interception and who it's on exactly.
Yep.
And we've got a face mask call against the Eagles, so it's going to be Spartans first down.
That's really awkward.
Let's look at it on the Surgical Solutions replay if we can get that up. The Spartans brought pressure on the defense. You'll see here as they blitz the 2 linebackers, and Whiten just had to throw it up there. He throws it up, and the Eagles and it's just picked off. We're back to live action.
I did mention earlier, Brad, but Spartans' comebacks have often been on the back of their defence, giving them the field position. This is a critical juncture.
You bet.
It really is. Spartans may not get this good an opportunity to start a drive just 22 yards out.
2nd and 11.
3 receivers on the grandstand side. Ooh, high snap to get it down for Palmer was a neat trick. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and once again, 3rd down, but 3rd and long.
Guess who brought him down, Phil? Number 4.
Are we giving away an MVP? Did you bring the prize?
We'll give him some. We'll give him a what do you call it here? A pie floater. So we got 3rd and 9.
Oh, he's off, and Palmer has the crease. Got the first down, and for the first time tonight, we are going to have a 1st and goal scenario.
That was a great decision by the quarterback, Van Plamlin there. He could have thrown it up, but you've seen what's happened the last couple times, and he decided to keep it. Great choice on his part. Made something out of nothing.
1st and goal. The margin is 7. It'll get interesting if they can score. All at about the 5-yard line. They go to Musalam. He's been the money man in so many seasons, and he gets forward progress. I reckon he's down to about the 2.
If this is the Spartans of old, they're just going to get behind that line and go for it.
2nd and goal. 2 yards out from opening their account. And timeout called.
Timeout to the Spartans. This is their first timeout for the half.
Interesting to see where that comes back to bite later in the game, but hey, right now, you have to score here.
You do.
If you use a timeout to get it right, get your numbers right, people in the right position, this is what you have timeouts for. And I would almost suggest this is where you come up with the next couple of plays as well, so that
100%.
you've got a smooth transition.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work. For the Eagles, pretty simple. Defense time. 3 plays, because the Spartans, it's 4 down territory.
Absolutely.
Spartans We'll go second, third, fourth, and goal if they need to. Eagles 3 plays to hold them out.
And this is where it's really advantageous having a great athlete at quarterback who can run or pass. He obviously tucked it and got him in this situation in the first place.
And I'll be fascinated as will he go under centre? Because this is kind of stateside under centre territory. But no, shotgun it is. Second and goal.
Oh, we've got
confusion. Well, someone got the handoff. Oh, and the ball's loose. Eagles are saying thank you very much. And guess who? Guess who?
Wow. And you can see you've got 3, 4 Spartans. 1, 2, 3, 4 Spartans on the ground.
I reckon, and the replay will show us very short, that was Timothy Tukaba with the collection, but there was players going everywhere.
Look at the Surgical Solutions replay here, and he just was on his way down, but he wasn't down yet, and it looked like he lost the ball. Not sure exactly what happened. Shades of a couple of years ago when Solomon had the ball stripped out of him on that last play of the game in the regular season.
The injured Spartan, number 63, Cody Watts. And the Eagles have dodged another bullet.
So here we go. Eagles ball backed up in their own territory. Spartans showing blitz. They give the ball complete across the middle. What a critical catch. Even if it only gives them a few yards, it gives them some breathing room.
Just having a look at that replay, it was Jonathan Carmody, number 99, the hit on Salem that knocked the ball loose, and number 61.
Number 61 on the offense. Half distance to the goal, replay first down.
Pretty sure it's number 61, Ethan Gailey. Just picked up a penalty, but he was the guy who recovered the ball.
There we go. Yeah. It's funny how things balance out. So now they're looking at about a 1st and 15 from their own 5-yard line. And the give is to the running back, and he's got nowhere to go. So the Spartans are showing, even on that quick changeover, they are hanging tough, and they are not going to give up in this match.
Well, again, it's going to be up to the defense to create the stop, or even better yet, another turnover.
You're looking at now about a 2nd and 17. High snap out of the end zone, and we've got ourselves a safety. Oh no, if you're an Eagles fan, that hurts. The Spartans got to be happy about that. So now you've got a 7-2 ball game. We'll see if we can bring that up. That was an amazing, lightning fast snap, and it just high and over the hands of Jesse Whiten. So, you didn't get the score. You turned the ball over when you were on offense if you're the Spartans, but your defense comes up big time and gets the safety. We'll try and get a time check from these refs here pretty soon.
So what happens on a safety is you get the ball at the 20-yard line and you have to give the ball over. How you do that, by a punt or a kickoff, is up to you, and the Eagles have elected their best way of getting some penetration is the kickoff. Spartans a chance to bring it back. Unasaris. Made the first couple miss, bodies flying everywhere. He gets pretty close to midfield, so I don't think the safety is the worst possible outcome for the Eagles, unless the Spartans get in the end zone. Then it's catastrophic.
Yes. And you typically, you'll see the benefit that they have here is the Spartans typically always go for 2 on the extra point. So assuming they did scored, they're automatically going to get the lead, and they don't have to worry about that going for 1 or going
Then
for
they
2.
extend it out a bit.
But they got to get in the end zone first.
Correct. First and 10. Eagles 48. Flags from everywhere. That'll stop the play. Just a reminder, if you're watching the stream, make sure you subscribe.
Right at the snap. False
Say
start,
go.
number 17 and 30 of the offence. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
We've got about a 1st and 15 for the Spartans. The Eagles played it safe in the first half, but they, in terms of the blitz, but they've been bringing the heat this second half. Let's see if they keep it up. Wow, brought down by big number 54 for the Eagles.
Matt Lilly on the tackle. It's fair to say at the moment the offences are going in reverse.
Yes, they are.
Second down and long. Back to the Spartan 45. And Pamela steps in the pocket, escapes, and here he comes again. That's Matt Lindley again assisting on that tackle. That was a double team effort. Joining our MVP nominee at the moment, Tomoki Tukava.
Brings
And again,
up,
it's third and extra long.
yeah, it brings up about a 3rd and 14.
So the Spartans, a lot of times, they have 4 receivers. They spread 3 on one side, 1 on the near side. Open field to throw. Oh, first down. Martin was there to be had. And that's a catch, and there's my man, Ben Martin.
There you go. You called it earlier. That's, I believe, his first catch of the
That
game.
is his first catch of the game, and he is right on that first down marker. If they're short, they got to go for it.
Oh, 100%. The question is are they going to give him the first down? No, they're bringing up the 4th down. Oh, they gave him the first down. And you can see on the replay that was the correct call.
So that'll give them a spark offensively to match what the defence has done. Inside the Eagle 40 at the 38, 1st and 10. And that's always your issue with the option play, is you've got to make that pass stick.
That is dangerous. It was there, but that is dangerous. Number 19, Nathan Van Pamlin, couldn't quite come up with it.
Second down and long, it seems to have been the common yardage all night. Whipped into the flat, but I reckon that copped a hand on the way. Replay might show us then from Masalan, but it was either a wobbly pass or it hit a hand. Either way, incomplete, 3rd and, again, extra long. So the Spartans are knocking. They can't break the door down at the moment. Under some pressure. Even if caught, that was going to be caught out of bounds. Intended for Jello Guevara. 4th down, and Brad, Coach Cummins, you'd be going for this, would you not?
Absolutely. Just with given the field position, given how there's struggles in moving the ball.
Unless you're really tempted to put him deep and just go for it.
You got to take a risk here. Let's see what happens.
Benjamin Taylor.
Oh, big tackle by Ben Taylor, says, not in my house.
That's a loss of 13 yards on the play.
And the Eagles come up big. And you're seeing the Eagles, they're getting off the field. They got a little pep in their step, and the Spartans are struggling a little bit more. As we can see on the Surgical Solutions replay, this play had nowhere to go. You saw that right defensive end just come and beat his man and got the sack.
So,
the Eagles! Whiten fumbles the snap and smartly gets on the ball. That's a veteran move right there. He knew that he wasn't anything happening, so he didn't try and pick it up and make something. He just got down on the ball. That's football 101 right there. Well done to you. That brings up a very long 2nd and 20. Whiten keeps the ball, but he's got nowhere to go with it.
Wasn't I saying something about offenses in reverse?
Yeah, you were. That's exactly right.
We did have a game during the season. The Spartans played the Chiefs. The Chief fans out there were like that because they got up. It was 0-0 at 3/4 time.
So we're looking about a 3rd and 23. Whiten looks left and throws it high and over the head of number 17 for the Eagles, Zaya.
And this is actually where they have a really good chance. Taylor has been punting well. Chance to pin the Spartans deep and force some sort of an error. That would be the Eagles' plan anyway.
Well, the way this game has been played, the Spartans still might have about 8 more possessions left in them. You know, we don't know what's going to happen here. But they got to be thinking they got to capitalize and make something of it.
Probably not the yardage-wise punt they were looking at. Spartans do start off in their own territory at their own 38, but it's the Eagles' 7-2 scoreline. I wonder if that's a score motion.
Yeah, yeah, that's scoregami.
That's it, scoregami.
Yes.
But at least the good thing is, Brad, it's pretty unlikely that we're going to have overtime.
Yeah.
No matter the way the scoreboard is pinned right now.
Absolutely. First and 10 at their own 38-yard line. You can see
that's a catch
from the Eagles. They're playing a little bit of a prevent there on that. They're giving them a massive cushion, those corners are. Let's see if they do that or if they go back to their basic.
Well, that's a positive play. That's a gain of 5 yards on first down. That's one of the best first down plays we've seen in some time.
Yeah. You just saw Nush, their left corner, just bailed on that play. And all they did was run a simple comeback route.
And again, issues.
Oh, the ball's on the ground! Who comes up with it? Who has it?
Eagles ball.
Eagles ball. And there we go. Let's look at it on the Surgical Solutions replay. It looked like it was just
That was a hit and recovery. The kicker, Abdul Qadir Jawoul, with the hit, kept his feet, got the recovery. Great effort.
And that is a pitch to the outside, but it was an unorthodox form. It was like a rugby shuffle almost. And the give is up the gut. Oh, and look at that. We've got a little scrum happening. And we want to play some football.
Oh, look at the play.
And the laundry comes in.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 79 on the defence. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So there you have it. That is even more damaging. The Eagles have a little bit of momentum. You can hear the crowd going. They got a 15-yard penalty on that play. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their Spartan 20-yard line. Whiten keeps the ball up the gut, breaks one tackle, but he's got nowhere to go. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9.
What was it, the 18-yard line? That's in field goal range.
Yeah, it is. And the way they've been kicking the second half of the season, they might have a chance at making that field goal. Whiten looks left. It throws a laser to number 17.
Zaya Dimitri.
Just a beautiful pass on that one. If he can stay consistent and connect with those, then they are a dynamic team.
Hey, Brad, have a look at those sticks. It's 3rd and manageable.
Yeah. Let's see what's happening. Is that quarter?
Ooh.
All right, that is the end of the quarter with your score. Eagles 7, Spartans 2. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
Traditions.
And we're back. We've got a 3rd down and 3. What a key 3rd down this is for the Eagles. Whiten throws it across the middle of the field, and it's in for an Eagles touchdown! Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
Sad Burford, his 2nd touchdown catch of the night. And the Eagles have 1 foot in the championship game next week.
There you go, touchdown Eagles! Simple slant route by number 17, Zaya. And they come up with the goods. They've got some momentum now. 13-2.
11-point ball game, so really 1 or 2 points makes not huge difference here. They're going for the extra point kick.
The kick is down, and it is up, and it's off the right upright. Just a little bit too much.
I'd say that's one to give credit to the Gridiron SA organisers, that the goalpost was hit hard and stayed up.
From a coaching perspective, I would have gone for 2 on that play, just simply because getting a 13-point lead versus a 12-point lead is significant. But they chose to go for 1, miss the extra point, so we're at an 11-point lead.
Based purely on what we've seen in the first 3 and a bit quarters, 11 points looks enough.
That is a tall mountain to climb.
But one of the great things about this game, and that's why you have witching hours on NFL Red Zone, that things get kind of crazy in the final quarter, and touchdowns come out of nowhere.
They do.
And you can breach a margin very quickly with a couple of plays that go your way. So don't go home just yet, folks.
No, not by any means. And all it takes is one big play, and they are right back in this. And we've seen that happen so many times, over and over.
Isaac Musalan pretty much from the goal line. I thought he might be the spark, but Burns comes in, wraps him up. A Chrissy Percy. We're down at the 22. And the Spartans have got 78 yards away from the end zone. And they need to get in the end zone a couple of times. And they have. We play 12 quarters here. And all the usual timing rules will apply. They've got to get a hurry on.
1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 20-yard line.
Ooh, that's like a 3 o'clock TV show. I don't know, that's late or extra early. I waved off, okay.
Not sure what that was about, but all right. Play on. Nothing to see here.
Let's play some football. 1st and 10. Have they changed quarterbacks?
Yes, they have.
They have. So they've gone with Bella De Francisco behind centre now. He's been their quarterback. He brings a different dynamic.
He does. He's got. Sometimes a team just needs a little bit of change of pace.
What was surprising was we haven't cited him elsewhere.
Right.
For the first 3 of the quarter.
Yeah.
Gain 3 yards. That's a good first down play relative tonight. Now he's going to unleash the arm.
And batted down by number 24, but we've got a late flag on the play. Number 24 for the Eagles, Matt Thompson, batted that one down, but we'll see. It's intended for number 30, I believe, Alex Shabani.
Pass interference, number 24 on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
And he did have a hand on him downfield. The refs obviously saw enough there to make that call.
Well, I did see a Thanksgiving game in the NFL.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there, Phil. We love our Cowboys. That hurt.
No. You love your Cowboys.
Oh, right.
Don't include me in that, please. 1st and 10 Spartans from the 42.
You look Pele. He's.
Ricky J. Revilla has the interception.
There we go.
And the Spartan threat that was just starting to build has been extinguished.
And just like that, they've got the ball 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Excuse me, the Spartan 33-yard line. So here they go. Let's see if they stick with the run and try and milk this clock a little bit. There's still plenty of time left in the game. Oh, and the pass is intended for Mitch Gowros, number 11, but it's just a little bit outside.
Spartans have used one timeout. I know we're really early into this. They have 2 timeouts left.
Oh, intended again for number 11. Mitch Gavros batted down by number 1.
Just wondering if this is when you'd say, well, let's wind down some clock.
Yeah.
Let's go from about 10 minutes. Let's get to 5 in a hurry. Yep, 3rd and long. Usually a passing game.
The give is up the gut. He's got room. You'll see him. He takes it all the way in for. No, he stopped at the 3-yard line. Alex Rossi up the gut. But is there laundry on the field? Oh, you hate to see that taken away from a guy who just loves the game so much, tries so hard, Alex Rossi. And it looks like it's coming back just based on the way the Eagles are acting. The fact that they're conversing with Whiten, the captain,
I think they want to have a recheck on something.
Dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 61 of the offence. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So a personal foul, but they didn't say if he was ejected or anything like that.
No unsportsmanlike conduct, which usually is where they unnecessary roughness, though,
Yeah.
it's usually unsportsmanlike conduct. And it's from the end of the run, so it's like 30 yards forwards and 15 yards back.
Yeah. And you can see on the Surgical Solutions replay that Rossi, once he breaks through that first gap, has plenty of room and is eventually brought down. However, outside of this replay screen, number 61 for the Eagles did incur a penalty.
Okay. 1st and 10, still a good play.
It's a great play. So they're in the red zone. Whiten looks deep. Well covered by number 2 for the Spartans. Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line or 19-yard line. And they're going under center. How often have we seen this tonight? Oh, so you saw that they had a little wrinkle in on that play. And it was just looked like almost a little Tim Tebow-esque there, where he's going to just jump
don't get stuck into Tim Tebow.
and dump it over.
He wins playoff games.
Third brings up a 3rd and 10 The give is to Rossi around the right side, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Spartans player, who takes it all the way into the 38-yard line. Let's see if they called him down. I don't think they did.
Well, they put a marker there. This will be one for our Surgical Solutions replay, getting a fair workout, isn't it?
It looked from our vantage point like he fumbled the ball before it was down. But they're not moving, the refs aren't moving the teams. Let's look at our Surgical Solutions replay here. As Rossi will get the ball on the right side. And you can see he gets around the tackle box. And the refs are saying his knee was down. It was very close. Back to live action. Whiten looks deep in the corner. Guess who? Draper again for the touchdown! Eagles! Caw-caw! Caw-caw! Oh my! That looked like it was a repeat just of the touchdown that we'd seen earlier. Holy cow!
Eagles fans, we will see you here next week.
Oh, man. And that takes it to a score of Eagles 19, Spartans 2. Roughly about 9.5 minutes left.
Conversion to come.
The kick is down, the kick is up. And it is good.
There is a flag on the play. Waved off.
The flag is waved off, it looks like. All right, and we'll be back in just a second. And we're back as the Eagles have turned the momentum distinctively in their favor and hold an 18-point lead. So there you have it. It'll be Spartans ball on their own 22-yard line.
That's really cool.
So we've got 2nd and 10. The Spartans have a tall order in front of them. Let's see if they can do something to make this game a little bit more competitive. And it's dropped by number 22, Ben Martin. You don't see that happen very often. The Spartans obviously probably know that they have to abandon the run game on this. So we've got 3rd and 10.
And Francesca under pressure, got the throw away. Ben Martin's made the catch. He's in a huge play. That's the Spartans' biggest play, and of course there's the complimentary flag at the end of the play.
He looked like he was surprised that he even caught the ball.
That's a 30-yard play, give or take what the penalty does. Uh-huh.
Somebody's got a cheering section here for him.
Well, now we know who Will is. Number 79, William Lawton, for those watching at home.
Big number 79.
We're not going to ask where he got the nickname from.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 4 on the defence.
I've
5
never
yards,
seen a
15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
I've never seen a big Willie like that, but man.
See, this is why you're dangerous with a live audience.
Yeah, exactly.
1st and 10 Spartans. Still looking for their first trip to the end zone. They're 33 yards away.
Pele scrambles right, and the ball is loose. And it looks like they recover, but that's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15.
Coming, they ruled it incomplete pass. Did he fumble it forwards? Hang on, 2nd and 10. Well, somebody magically got back to the line of scrimmage out of all of that. Flips to the run. This is Nasaris, I think, who's getting a carry. That's good yardage. And I guess now for Spartans, you're seeing some different players come into the game. And thinking, well, why don't we use them when the game was there?
I think you're exactly right. At this point, they're just looking for somebody with some fresh legs.
But when it's knockout football, the loser is always second guessing.
Yeah.
Third and 5 to the end zone we go! Good coverage. Ben Martin, he's the man. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Back where the quarterback threw the ball.
Personal foul, chop block on the offence. Number 50 and 67. 15 yards from the previous spot. Still 3rd down.
Yep. Just as the Spartans were going to have a 3rd and manageable.
They shoot themselves in the foot, and it brings up now
That's a long way.
3rd down.
That's 3rd and 20.
Not sure what we're waiting for here. We've got a blitz from the Eagles off the right sideline. To no avail.
G'day to Able-Bodied Lifestyle. The Manjot, the myth, the legend, and Guy Draper on the feed. The Eagles Nation is arising as we speak.
They're rising out of the nest.
5 years since they've played for the championship. All they've got to do now is two things. Survive the next 5-6 minutes of game time without a complete collapse. Should be okay.
4th and 20. Pele running all over Hell's Half Acre over there.
And that's a good one not to intercept. We do have a collision and they've asked for medical straight away. That's not a great sign. But for the Eagles, survive. I say survive. They're going to get the ball back here, but also let's keep everybody that's
healthy.
To keep you healthy.
This is the time when you do not want to take any risks.
And then, once you do your celebration tonight and realise that getting to a championship game is an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
Then you sober up tomorrow morning and realise that the task in front of you is to take on the biggest challenge in South Australian sport. By none, and that is break the dynasty of the Hogs.
That's right. The past 8 years, the Hogs have been the league champions, and it's been I think it's actually been 6 years since the Eagles. Yeah, because the Spartans have been the last 4, and then there was the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, okay.
And then I think before that was the Eagles. So it's been a number of years, long enough for Eagles fans to remember, but. They're hungry.
And once you go beyond 5, it starts to merge together.
Yes.
But, and it's a different group. There are veterans there from previous generation, but they've sunk to the bottom, rebuilt, and majority of players that will take the field here in the Great Southern Bowl next week, it'll be their first grand final. And that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
And they may not have the baggage that maybe the Spartans had, having played them year after year. And the Breakers had back in the days, and anybody else who happened to front up. But you'd still, going to be interesting next week.
It
always is.
And you know that the Coach Lieberens for the Hogs will have them well prepared and ready to go.
And basically, wherever you are now, it's same time, same place.
That's right.
If you're here in the grandstand, we're Victoria Park, 7 o'clock kickoff. If you're on the 180 Creation stream, it's the same channel, same time next week, wherever you're watching. Recommend you subscribe. That way you'll get a reminder.
Absolutely. All right, good to see him walking off on his own, or stumbling off on his own will. All right.
Is that a number?
So once he clears the sidelines and the players are ready to play, we'll resume. But
number 3, Michael Bates.
There we go.
Looks to be the player who, unfortunately, sometimes they get up and they can come off under own assistance. Not here. Hopefully, Michael will be a quick turnaround, because you would not want to get this far in a season and miss next week.
No, and you got to be thinking, if you're the Eagles, are you going to get number 21, probably their most dynamic player? Is he going to be back for them? Because he adds another threat to them that is considerable, that you have to game plan for him.
And they've played 3 fascinating games. First time they met, it was 7-all at half-time. The Hogs won 31-19. Then it was 39-15, and then they played a crazy game, 35-21. So the Eagles can score.
Yeah, that last game was a good game. And you can see the quarterback keeper up the gut. Frankly, I know he's the head coach, but I would not be doing that with this much of a lead this late in the game. Get the ball out of your hands.
You want to win a championship, you need your starting quarterback you've had all season.
You do, and you see him. He plays defense as well. I mean, traditionally in the years past, he's been more of a safety than anything. He played safety for the state team, and was great at that. So you're seeing he's just a phenomenal athlete.
If I was the Eagles, I'd be keeping it pretty easy from here.
Oh, that looked like a little bit of a different play than what we've seen from them before.
Bit of trickeration there. It ended up with Robert Burns, number 43.
You had, I don't know if it was a tackle pull, but you definitely had a pull counter on there. The Spartans, again, just played it solid.
If the Eagles ever played a normal break, I'd get you to explain a pull counter in English.
Fair enough.
Don't have the chance.
Fair enough. 2nd down and 6. Spartans show blitz. They bring it. Whiten throws, and we've got a flag on the play. Not sure what that. It looks like it's probably going to be a holding
Yeah, it's around
penalty.
the quarterback.
You saw the defensive tackle for the Spartans just blow up that hole.
That wasn't far off.
Holding, 79 on the offense, 10 yards from the previous spot, replay 2nd down.
And the crowd favorite comes up with the penalty, number 79. Sorry, Big Willie.
There are times when penalties kill you.
Yes.
And there's time when penalties don't.
This is
We're
true.
now in that latter.
Yeah. And they give it to the running back around the left side. Breaks one tackle, but he's got nowhere to go.
So like the Chiefs last week, the Spartans 2022 season starts
Yes.
tonight in
That's exactly
15
right.
minutes. So it's 3rd and 1. Let's go long
And
again.
he's got a deep pass downfield, but nowhere to go with it. And you saw both players vying for the ball, but there was nothing happening on that one. Brings up a 4th down. I think their strategy there was they're just trying to catch him a little bit off guards. Probably thought they'd run the ball.
Chance for Taylor here to demonstrate his accurate punting as opposed to his booming punting. He is certainly, with his kicks when he's on song, has given the Spartan returners some headaches.
Good kick. And it's fumbled by the Spartans, and the Eagles recover! The Eagles get the ball! My, oh my, when it rains, it pours. Look at that, folks. The Eagles inside the red zone all the way down to the 15, 16-yard line.
And it's been the offensive playmaker, Seb Burford, 3 touchdowns and a punt recovery.
How many times have we seen these Spartans players fumble the snap tonight or fumble the kick? Let's check it out on the Surgical Solutions replay. It's a beautiful kick. And you saw the gunner just beat his man downfield and just recovers the snap. And we're back to live action under center. So the Eagles are showing a little bit of a different formation here than what we typically see from them. Not sure why they're passing the ball with this much of a lead when they're in the red zone. And they drop the ball, but it's recovered and it just falls on it.
I'm not sure if that was a wildcat play or just a pass.
Alex Rossi playing some heads-up football there.
Timeout to the Eagles. This is their first timeout for the half.
So we'll hopefully get a time check from the refs. Eagles take their first timeout. We've got a 3rd and 13 from about the
4 minutes remaining in the game.
I reckon that was 4. 4 minutes.
We'll see if we can get a time check from the referees again.
Unless my hearing's cutting out, and it might be. I reckon that's 4 minutes. 3rd down and 12. Might be a chance for the Eagles to practice that field goal, you know, if they don't get it from here.
Yeah. And the throw is around the outside, and it was just way too high. And we've got 4th down, 13 yards to go. And they are. They're going for the field goal. This is excellent. 35-yard field goal. This is the longest field goal we've seen in Gassa in a long time. And the kick is up, and it is good! Oh, my! Oh, look at that! Wow! After so much trouble, and I gave that guy grief at the beginning of the year, and he redeems himself. Oh, that's an excellent kick. He's got to be proud of himself.
No doubt he has a picture of you on his locker room, and he looks at every single game.
Oh, he's a great guy. He played for the state team. He is a good dude. He's got a great head on his shoulders.
And look, one of the areas that the Hogs excel is Mitch Olive and his ability to be a consistent kicker.
Yeah.
Something that's not with every team across Australia. And if the Eagles can come in with a kicker as well that can convert
Absolutely.
a red zone that doesn't work out into at least 3,
well, you know
that's helpful.
What that does is psychologically it gives the Eagles a boost if they get in that type of situation again. They know that they can hit those field goals. They've done it.
Well, the kickers are on confidence, not just themselves but their coaches.
Yeah.
Coach knows he can kick them. He'll get a shot if he needs to, if they need it.
Absolutely. I mean, look at that. He's running a little bit on adrenaline there, but he boots it in the end zone. But if I've ever seen a player improve their kicking in one season, he's a model of it, of how much better he has gotten up. And not just him, but also the snap and the line. That's the thing about special teams, is it really does take everybody involved.
I want to send a shout out to Nick Treese. Nick has been part of the commentary Gridiron SA for many a season in recent times. Hope you are well, Nick. As this one is almost done. I thought the official was about to put the arm, and I thought, did he miss the 2-minute warning? But no. So Nick, hope you're well, and thanks for tuning in. Spartans 1st and 10.
And there's a deep pass on the right sideline, guarded by Noosh for the Eagles, and he's got nothing going there. It's going to bring down up a 2nd and 10.
It's pretty one-dimensional now. Throw long, and everywhere there's a Spartan, there's more Eagles. Second down and 10 from the 25. We've thrown right, let's throw left, and again 2 Eagles, 1 Spartan, that being, oh, a nice little hug at the end, that was nice. Van Pamela, the intended target.
So what you're seeing there is the Eagles are just playing a simple prevent defense.
Yeah, well, they've been preventing all night.
And the Spartans are just throwing fades left and right, and basically just hoping somebody comes down with it.
Or the officials will throw a flag.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10. This one almost all done. Pass out in the flat, and I guess that's why you throw long, to open up the short pass. There's that kicker again. I've got to stop Abdul Qadir Joel. Nice tackle.
as a great tackle. And he really has turned it up as a corner. He tried to play offense for the state team, but he's really found a home on the defensive side of the ball. So you see the Eagles just in a too high safety prevent defense. And there, it just looked like...
They're fighting over a football that
Yeah.
regardless of who gets it is going to be the Eagles anyway.
This is true. You just saw in that play that Pele just wanted to keep the ball, but it couldn't get anything going. So we've got a turnover on downs. First down, Eagles ball.
It's 23-2. Very much one-way traffic. Is this the time when you say we don't need to score anymore?
No. If you're going into the championship game and you haven't been there in 6 years,
You got a killer instinct.
you got to be able to step your foot on their throat and just grind it out. And you're seeing that here with that whole brand new formation. We've got quads to the right side.
Yeah. And I need 2 Spartans to cover them.
And not sure what that was, but it wasn't good.
Well, they had 4 Eagles lined up, only 3 Spartans in the vicinity,
They had the numbers advantage,
and it went straight to a Spartan defender.
and they still have the numbers advantage.
Yeah. And that's what you sometimes do. You load up one side and hope that the defence rolls that way and you go the other.
As a coach, personally, I like quads because it creates an imbalance, and you saw it there. But you've got to be able to execute and take advantage of it. And if it's not something that you practice regularly, it's hard at this level to execute that. Whiten keeps the ball. Oh, I just don't like to see that as a coach, especially he's carrying it like a loaf of bread.
Who's the Eagles coach?
Whiten.
Right.
Exactly.
2-minute warning. 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining.
So right now he's playing more like a quarterback than he's playing like a coach.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's got to be able to switch himself off from quarterback and go coach. So 1:38 left, and the Eagles are going to just be grinding out this clock. It's 4th down. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're going to have to kick the field goal again.
Well, it's a bit like a weightlifter. We're now going to try a 40-yard attempt.
Holy smokes, folks.
Now the 35 barely got there. He got there, fair, great kick, but...
Timeout. It's the Eagles. This is their second timeout for the half.
So I'm not sure what was happening there because the Eagles did not have somebody down, a holder down.
Pretty important.
All right, but now they do.
Okay. I'm looking at the holder with interest. 40-yard attempt. 2 field goals in a quarter.
The kick is down, it is up, and it is no good. It is short and to the left. But that's okay if you're the Eagles. And again, it's just helping you figure out the range.
Yep.
But it looks like we may have longer on the field.
Oh, that's the case. Might get a repeat. Or might get the try of 45.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Oh, an automatic first down. So basically with that, the Eagles could just kneel it out if the Spartans aren't going to take their timeouts.
And the miss never happened.
Well, exactly. And so he never missed a field goal because of the penalty.
And it could be that he may have actually miskicked it because there was a Spartan in his face who got there early because he was offside, so all's fair. Right now, 1st and 10, the Eagles 18 yards away from possibly adding to the score. It was 7-0 at the half and then 7-2. And since then, all Eagles. And the Eagles have decided that they've had enough.
So there you have it, folks. Your Eagles are going to the championship game. Wow. With a final score, you said it, 23-2. Congratulations to the University of South Australia Eagles.
First time in 6 years the Eagles will be battling, and that would take it back to... Where were we playing 6 years ago? Might have been here.
A long time ago.
But it's all up for grabs next week. The Hogs will be heavy favourites, deservedly so, but it's still 11 on the field. It's still 0-0 at the start of the game.
It is.
Bring it on. On behalf of Gridiron SA, thank you so much. If you've made the trip out here to Victoria Park, enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe. If you're watching on the stream, do likewise. But hopefully we'll see you next week.
Next week, same time, same place. Congratulations. Thank you.